Hurry up. Let's get this over. It's been a hellishly long day today. Thank God we managed to survive until evening at least. Now it's time to go to those who were not so lucky.
At least they now have eternal peace from everything. And they don't have to choose a lesser evil.
By the lesser evil, do you mean our new ally whose eye you almost put out?
Tell me what's new in your parish instead.
I'd be glad to. Only I no longer have a parish.
They really threw you out? I thought you were joking. What for?
Or what do you think? Boozing, whoring, ringing the bells at night, roughing up the bailiff? That young vagabond who preached in my place. Well, maybe you remember something about that.
Well, I have to admit, it's all a bit foggy for me.
Aye, me too. The thing I remember most is how my head was pounding for 3 days afterward. You were really the last thing I needed. Well, maybe all these hardships will be for the best in the end. Everything has a reason. In the end, we're the lucky ones. We're still alive, unlike others, eh?
Some of them might have fallen even by my hand.
I understand. Trust me, it's all the same to them now. The best thing you can do for their souls, and yours. We're here! Would you... Please take care of those poor wretches. Lord, grant them eternal rest. Benedictus.
Tibi vegetur votum in Jerusalem, exaudi rationem mea, ad te omnis caro veniet. Lord, grant them eternal rest. Benedictus vi venit in nomine. Benedictus vi venit in
Do you know anything about Teresa from the Raton?
You mean that nice girl who saved your life in the ruins of...
Aye. So do you know what she's up?
Why? Did you...
Well, like you said, I'd like to see her again when we get...
I didn't hear anything new about her in these last few... But if she likes you...
Do you think we did enough for those?
We did what was...
That's good.
Oh, come now, you're young!
Oh, God.
No, wait. You'll see. It'll kick your arse. Are you ready? You really have to try this.
What's going on?
This'll interest you. Our friend here will show you what his diabolical contraption can do.
It's called a pistol. You'll see something you've never seen before. With this contraption, as you call it, you can shoot down a knight in armor, horse and all.
I've already seen what it can do. A weapon like that killed the Chamberlain this morning.
Let's not worry about that now. You have a unique chance to try it out.
Is that gunpowder?
That's right. It's Schwarzpulver. It may stink, but it's damn flammable.
And pretty explosive if you don't know how to use. How do you shoot with...
It's not that hard, when you're careful.
It'd be better if you tell me everything in detail.
A pistol is not all that complicated. It has a metal barrel in the front, and you hold it in the back. First, you load the powder in the barrel, then the ball, and you plug it up with a piece of cloth or part. Sheep's wool is also good, because it doesn't get wet. But then it's up. As soon as it's loaded, you put the stock under your shoulder, and you just watch out for the recoil. You have to use a...
Oh, that doesn't sound bad, does it?
We'll see about that. Good. Let's try...
Careful now. I don't want to have to go look...
You look like you're all in one piece.
That's true. So far, I've only had to have 2 fingers stitched.
What?
But don't worry, I'm...
Maybe a prayer would help.
Good idea. Oh, merciful God. My God, this really is a diabolical contraption. What a lo-
Hitting something with that would take a...
It's a miracle we still have
I once saw it rip a...
such an accurate shot. Sweet man.
A diabolically
I told you so. This is the weapon of the future. No problem. I have one...
It's definitely not for me.
What?
Of course. But I don't have much gunpowder left.
And if you have all the saints in your...
Thank you very much.
All right, then. Thanks. We have a long journey ahead of us tomorrow. You do what you want.
Hey,
Michael sent me here to help you load the...
what? But I don't need any help from you, servant. Your lot killed many of our good men this... I feel like punching your teeth.
I don't want any more trouble. I helped bury your dead.
Really?
His name's Godwin. He's one of us, from Sasau.
Well, this way they at least had a proper burial.
Aye. Godwin takes that very seriously.
Well, take the sacks next... Man, you certainly are a hard worker. Let's forget all that shit from before, huh? It's all good. What do you say?
All right. I was happy to help, but you owe me one.
Of course. If you ever need anything, let me know.
Come up here.
I'll be right with you.
There's a beautiful view of the sunset from here. And the only thing I want now is for it to set, and for this fucking day to be over.
There was a hard blood.
I swear, I don't know how many more times we're gonna have to change sides before luck smiles on it.
Look on the bright side. I hear we're going back to Rat.
Great. I'll be glad to see, though I'd rest easier if he was dead. I was humiliated, ambushed, wounded, and nearly hanged, all because of him. Just because I was trying to do the
You did what you could.
Exactly. Even Hanush will have to admit our mission couldn't have succeeded under the... Either way, I'll never forget this little...
Same here. Al dentes fortuna jivat.
Ha ha! Well, now it's all over. So, what do you say to...
If you have anything to bet.
Don't worry about me. What?
Thanks for your concern, but I...
Maybe not for... Enough talk. Oh, Fortuna. May the best player win. Damn it. God's holy britches. How come I always lose so
Because I cheat disgracefully? No. Because you play so
Oh, right, that's it. All the blame is on... Come one, come all. Lord Capon of Perkstein is on trial again. It's been quite a while since I was last on the gallows.
And you drink...
Oh, my... I'd rather... Aye. Why? All our problems began the day I abandoned that simple...
You want to enjoy life again?
Indeed. But am I just a...
And can I hear this great...
I have arrived at the conclusion that and it doesn't mean your whole life is and also, things... The sooner I lie down, the better chance there is of nothing else fucking up today. So...
Not a chance, you idiots!
Who are you calling an idiot?
Only an idiot would waste bandages on those highborn fuckers.
They're injured, just like our men.
Plenty of ours are already pushing up daisies, and these bastards are responsible.
Aye.
Enough! What's going on here?
And what's it to you, eh?
I've been told not to treat those wounded prisoners in the cellar.
Keep your nose out of this, mate.
Who are you talking about?
They brought in 2 noblemen who survived the massacre. They call one of them Littlehead.
Herman Littlehead.
Aye, that's him. He took a good thrashing, and these 2 won't...
Shut your trap, and don't stick your nose...
I'm afraid I have bad news. Those prisoners need treatment.
Of course.
Exactly. He said you Trosky folks...
First of all, I'm not from Trosky. And second... I'm a blacksmith. I can set bones. I can help you. I reckon Klara can hardly handle it on her own.
Thanks a bloody lot.
You should have told us right away that you're a healer. You'll also come in useful to our men. A lot of them are pretty...
But I'm warning you. If anyone dies on your watch, I'll skin you alive. Let's go, Jakey. We've got...
Henry, you don't know how glad I am to see you.
Sam! Is that you, lad? Oh, well, you're in better...
Thank God you're alive.
Ah, don't jinx it. They could still finish us off.
So,
There is.
well, I don't like to admit it, but he was never interested in an alliance with our lords.
Klara, you joined that riffraff?
Leave him alone, Herman. It's not his fault. We all serve someone, right?
I have nothing against you fellas. Quite the contrary.
You don't have to justify yourself to us. I just hope fate won't set us against each other again.
Aye, then it might...
Just so you understand, we have our honor.
I see you're injured, but don't worry.
Klara, is that some local
Aye. She knows all about healing and herbs.
Thanks for not leaving us high and dry.
Aye. Thanks for putting in...
Hang in there. You're not...
Thanks for sticking up for those prisoners, Henry. They're in rough...
They shouldn't have yelled at you.
So you were more worried about me than the prisoners, were you?
What of it? You're the only woman here. And the only healer. At least I, for one, would be really glad if you helped those two poor fellas.
Thanks. Really. I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
It seems chance has brought us together again.
And you know what? I'm glad. The men were betting on whether Zizka would execute you himself or only have...
Only?
Does it matter? You're alive and well, and now one of us, at least, a little. Sorry, I'd love to chat, but
Is there anything I can do to help?
Like what? Can you even do anything other than...
I'm sorry, Klara. I'm just trying to make myself useful.
There are a lot of injured here that probably won't survive the night.
I know a bit about potions, and I've seen my fair share of...
In that case, I'll go and prepare some more medicine and make a round visiting the injured. In the meantime, you go to the lower castle. There are more men there who need to be...
What are their names?
Mark and poor old Sverk. You'll find medicine and bandages in the chest. And if you have any
Listen, I need some quick...
What would you like to know?
What should I do about a...
Look over the man thoroughly. He should also drink a lot of water. Chamomile is good too. And a marigold decoction should help for the fever.
What should I do with a vomiting patient?
If the patient is dozing off, and you just have to make sure he doesn't fall asleep. But if he's also thirsty...
What about bleeding?
Aye.
How should I treat a...
Wash it with water and gently daub it with marigold or...
Can I give them something to it?
Certainly. A good strong broth would be better, but be careful.
What's the prop...
That's not hard. Always clean. See you later.
Does anything hurt, Mark?
I'm all right. I just have a headache.
You're talking bollocks.
I'm just really tired. I need some sleep.
You threw up and you got a bloody wound on your left leg, and you're talking nonsense.
Come on.
Is there a cut under all that blood on your head? You've got a cut and some bruising.
What do I know? It was one hit after...
I see you've got a cut on your...
Aye.
It could get infected. Maybe a strong elixir would do.
Is that real?
Even a healing potion isn't a cure-all.
Come on.
All right. I'll bandage your wounds and maybe bring you up.
Aye, some slivovitz would hit the spot.
I'll try to treat you.
You sure about that?
I'll clean that wound for you. I reckon you could use something stronger.
Aye, I wouldn't mind a sweet.
Good. I'm gonna dress your wound. I'll just wrap it around here.
Sacre.
Finished.
Not even worth...
I could use some sort of... This will put you back on your feet. Guaranteed.
I'm fine, really.
I'll give you a bit of liquor.
Aye. Ugh, Christ.
I reckon we're done here. I treated you the best.
Aye.
I cleaned and dressed you.
Aye, I know.
You're spouting nonsense, but that's... I came to treat you. What hurts?
I took a blow to the ribs.
Let me take a look at your wounds. Don't worry, my friend. And here, you've got a bruise on your chest and some dried blood.
Well, that doesn't sound so...
No, but you also have a...
And...
I don't know yet. Let me have a look at your chest. Your ribs aren't just bruised.
And what...
It's not too serious. Otherwise, you could get an ugly... I'll take a look at your foot.
How...
Nothing too serious. If we bandage it up nice...
Oh.
I could give you some...
You know...
But not even a chamomile potion can fix everything. All right, your ankle just needs to be bound. A buck's blood potion would do you good. Or at least some chamomile for your ankle.
Aye, but it...
Let's get to it. I'll clean that wound. Aye. This is gonna sting a bit. The main thing is that it does what it's supposed. I'll bind that there.
Sacre.
All done.
Thanks.
Well, I'll rub some of this.
You think that will help?
This should help the swelling.
Oh.
I'll give you something.
About fuck.
This'll have to do.
Damn it. Couldn't.
All right. I treated your wounds.
Christ. You really are a good healer. Oh, fuck.
I tried to treat all the wounded.
What do you mean you tried?
I did what I could. And I hope I brought them some relief.
Great. The rest is in God's hands. There's nothing more we can do. Thanks, Henry. I'll go and have a look at the wounded later. Now you should take care of yourself. Here, this might come in handy.
Thanks. But I'll only take it if you don't need it.
I've got what I need. This was left over.
Are you finished for today?
Work like this is never finished. But you have to know when enough is enough. Otherwise it'll drive you mad.
It's tough seeing people you know and care about in such a state.
You can't let it get to you. Neither the good or the bad. If you don't think about who's lying in front of you, you can focus better on what you need to do.
So isn't there anyone here who you really care about?
No. That is, not anymore. But enough of all that. I'd like to think about something else.
I reckon we can forget about taking a stroll this time, eh?
Definitely. Unless you were to carry me on your back.
Well, I suppose I could handle that.
No, no. You should go and lie down. If you like, there's a free bed in the cabin. The wind blows through the gaps, but if you don't mind a bit of a squeeze, we'll be warm this evening. I'll come and see you when you go to bed. At least this day will have a happier ending. Take care then, and have a pleasant evening.
Are you the local blacksmith?
What do you want from me? We didn't herd sheep together, so
What the hell's the matter?
if you don't stop staring at me, I'll put my brother too.
Wait, what happened to Steer? Don't tell me he died in that ravine too.
Bloody hell. Did you know him?
The last time I was here, he spoke fondly of you.
Aye. He knew his way around a smithy. Unlike me. Wait, you're a blacksmith?
Aye. My father was a blacksmith.
Ours only drank, and then he drowned. But look, if you're a blacksmith and our ally now too, I reckon you could give me a hand.
What's the matter, Bull?
Apart from having a barrel full of scrap here that's supposed to be repaired.
As a blacksmith...
Well, you came at just the right... There's a pile of iron in that barrel over there that needs...
All right.
You'll really help me. The lads would be bloody delighted if you fixed up.
Sharp as a razor. Can't get any better than this. Can't get any better than this.
What are you here for, friend?
I repaired those broken...
Bloody hell. That would have taken me a week. Actually, I reckon I couldn't even do... All they're good for is bashing people's skulls in.
My hands prefer... Here you go, Bull.
Bloody hell. Thanks, mate. And this is for you.
How are you doing?
It's not as bad as it looks.
Who goes there? You're not allowed in here. Where? I'm sorry.
Could you find some room there for me? I'm awfully, awfully tired. And cold too.
Well, we shall have to do something about that.
But don't get too excited. As soon as I lie down, I'll sleep the sleep of the...
The just?
Something like that. But at least I don't have to worry about any bad dreams, since I'll be sleeping next to a knight.
Lord Berghoff! Since...
Your companions!
Surrender!
It'll start soon enough.
Aye. The waiting is...
Let's not get on our knees just yet.
We have a chance. Not a big one, but...
Michael, you deal with the shooters. The tower...
Don't worry. We'll hold it.
I'll be on the gate, but if they storm us, we'll definitely need help.
All right. I need everyone else...
God hear our prayer, and kick...
So, to the task. Come on, then! Now you're mine, you bastard! Shoot those ones carrying the ladders! Hey, Henry! Find a halberd somewhere and knock those ladders down! Repel the ladders! To the task!
Here's your penance.
Hurry! Hurry!
Forward! Keep going! Don't stop!
What's that, Klara? Blood flowing! Hey! I need a hand here! Had enough? Donkey! Take that, you unwashed I can't aim like this, can it? Right on the money! Fucking scumbag! Start praying! Now I'll have you. Come on, Progress! We'll see who gets the last laugh, you whore sons! Had enough, donkey? Retreating! They're retreating! We've fended them off! Hey! Come and help me with this bastard! Bleeding like a stuck pig! Victory awaits! Mercy! Hey! Come and help me with this bastard! Let's see what you can. I'll shoot your head off! I'm gonna shoot you! Ha! Can't do that, can you? Come on, men! Boss ain't clever! Forward! Hurry! Hurry! Yeah! Let him have it! I'll shoot your head off! Slice him up! Fuck! I can't get a shot in! Yeah! Don't spare him! Slice him up! Get him! Good! There's no escape! Ha! Can't do that, can you? It's bad. What's wrong? We defended the... Aye, and we're holding the battle. Our boys are getting I understand. I got him! Come on! Let him have it! Right, that must hurt! That won't work on me! Don't fuck yourself! yourself.
You're mine. We'll kick your ass. Are you going to get to the task or not?
They got what they wanted. We did.
Ah, I hope so. But something's happening up top.
Oh, Sakura.
As soon as we...
Facing a nobleman!
A mess for you!
We'll kick your ass. Good!
No chance! Too slow! I'll sort you out nicely! Kill him! Come on! minute, sir.
The guardways here, Itsvan. I need someone to keep watch on Trosky while I'm with the king. Take the captives with you, and get what you can of it. We need to know what the Jobst and the Lipa lords are plotting.
With the greatest pleasure, sir.
Don't spend. And when they sing, send me a message with what you found out. The young lord of Fjarkstein will be coming along with me. These two valuable commodity will come in handy as a hostage. Here are the orders from King Sigismund, so you know what to question them about and where to find us.
Listen to him, Ernest. Like a child of the night. Beautiful music, isn't it?
Go to hell!
But now the fun's over. I don't have all night to deal with you. I have 2 more guests to attend to, and I want to get some sleep.
Sleep sweetly while you can.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry. I've had a couple of hard, nerve-wracking days, but in the end, everything went according to plan. And what's more, I have this wonderful entertainment before bedtime. I'll sleep the sleep of the dead.
I hope you do. Literally.
You'd do better to say your prayers, priest. It'll be your turn.
You...
Do you think the powerful lords invoke hell to keep simpletons like you in line? God doesn't give it. What's the penance for such blasphemy, priest? How many?
Your penance will be to drown in shit.
But now back to work.
Sir, the other one just...
Excellent. As soon as we're done with the captain here... It's time to start singing, Captain.
Why do you think I've got anything to do with that fucking traitor?
Turncoat. Now, don't tell me. But I'm afraid Jobst's latest treachery was directed at King Sigismund. Where is he?
Kiss my...
Seems you don't value your life. To be fair, though, if I were in your shoes, I'd probably want it to be all... So we'll see how your new best friend Henry is doing. What is it? Cat got your tongue? Come on then, get your breath back. I'll repeat the question, but this is the last time I ask nicely. Jobst and...
I don't know anything about those two. Really?
Don't take me for a fool, boy.
I don't. But you're not what you're pretending to be either. I keep thinking... Why is he doing it? You pretend to be cruel, but you take good care of Eric. Someone must have really hurt you.
Hear that? He's concerned about other people's souls while he's being tortured. That's a first for me. Listen, you bastard. Stop talking shit and answer my questions.
The reason I'm interested is it might come in handy when I'm torturing Eric.
You're only making things worse. Let's try this again. Jobst and Liechtenstein, where are they? Why did they meet with Radzig? What do they have planned?
I don't know anything. So you can put an end to this now and save yourself the effort.
You think you can wriggle out of this so easily and that I'll kill you without getting what I want? Even if it's just a bit of... I honestly don't understand why you're trying to play the hero. On account of your cronies here? The captain already told me plenty, and the priest here is shaking like a leaf. He won't last long.
I told you nothing, you whoreson!
You told me more than you think. So, Jobst and that other bastard, Liechtenstein, where are they? What are they doing? What?
All right.
At last!
Jobst has a big problem. He lent money to Sigismund, who promised him Brandenburg in return. Only Sigismund isn't paying, and the Brandenburgers aren't just gonna yield to him. So now he's acting like he's working for a good cause, but in fact he's just playing his own game. He has a grudge against Sigismund, and the Liechtensteiners are the same. They lent money to Wenceslas in return for Breslau. Only if Wenceslas loses the throne, there's no one to confirm the deal.
That's all very well, and it may even be true. But it tells me nothing about where... Well, had enough at... Is it worth suffering like this to protect that? Do you think letting yourself be killed will do any good? Now listen up. If you tell me what I want to know, I'll stop. And I'll get von Bergau to demand a ransom. Then you'll be able to go back to that.
I can't tell you anything, because I don't know anything. The lords don't give a shit about me. No one discussed with me why we were coming here. Radzig doesn't talk politics with me. Does von Bergau confide in you about his plans when he gives you orders?
Was that a rhetorical question, or are you actually asking? If you are, then yes, he does confide in me. Fancy that. And that's why I don't believe for a moment that your father doesn't tell you anything. This is the last time I'll ask. What do you know about Jobst and Liechtenstein? Where did they go from Ratai? What do they have planned?
And I'm telling you, for the... Ah! Ah!
You had your chance to speak. It's your own... Normally, I'd have a bit more fun with you, but I don't have the time. So I'll gut someone else.
Right now.
Right now. But...
As you wish.
No! Stop it! Don't do it!
What is it, priest? Is there something you'd like to tell us?
Godwin, no!
Shut up!
Tell me then. What's on your mind, father?
From what I understood, Jobst is
That's not really news.
in Brandenburg.
That's better.
He... Radzig said Jobst sent him to Kuttenberg. That's all I know.
Well, I'll be. He sent him right into Sigismund's lap. This might surprise you, but I believe you. And you've saved this bastard's life. Well then, that will... See? All you had to do... Now rest up. You'll need a lot of strength for tomorrow. There's a lot more... Well, that's that. Find Eric for me. He's going on a little trip.
Does running for it still seem like a bad idea to you?
that we betrayed the others. And now they'll get the same as us. I don't feel so bad about it, lad. Everyone pays on their torture. Yes, it's only a matter of time. Hey, can you hear that? Wait. You? So that's why you pretended not to know me this whole time?
Did you work that out all by yourself?
And that's why you killed that man by the pond?
I wouldn't let anyone put their filthy hands on my most loyal sister-in-arms, would I?
Well, if it hadn't been for me, you wouldn't have been able to stop it.
See how cocky he is, Catherine?
He's right though, Zizka. He acted like an utter madman who's tired of life. But you were still far away, and if it hadn't been for him... Thank you, Henry.
A madman? I just don't run away from a fight, that's all.
Like I said, a madman. Are you all right?
I'll live. But everything else won't be so straightforward.
What about you two?
Better than I probably look.
He didn't pay all that much attention to me. We haven't met, my dear. Godwin's the name.
Catherine. But this isn't the time for pleasantries. We have to get out of here.
The lass is right. Get out of here. How?
I've thought of that. There's a secret passageway that leads right from the basement to the Apollonia Rocks. That's right.
Good work, Kate. Thank Christ. So what are we waiting for?
Don't count your chickens yet. It won't be that simple. There's an iron gate at the start of the passage.
And right now... Sakra, where can we find him?
In his chambers at the top of the Crone Tower, most likely. That's the smaller tower on the far side of the castle.
Getting hold of the orders he got from von Berghoff would also come...
And our things.
Itsvan had your things taken.
I'll take care of Itsvan.
Sure. But someone has to.
Don't worry. I'll do it.
That's just what I'm afraid. He said... the two of us can go. Don't take this the wrong way, Godwin. But Henry, what's more, we need to search up. And have you forgotten, Zizka? I'm supposed to bring him home and... Don't worry. Someone who can hack me in the face won't have any difficulty with that fucking Hungarian. All right, then. Be careful. And don't take unnecessary risks. No fucking around. Just cut his throat while he's asleep.
It's not every day you hear a priest handing out advice on throat cutting. All right, let's split. You, Godwin, See what you can find in Von It's just... I could do with something maybe lower than vermin, but
I don't think the poor bot robbing the dead may be a... Aye.
Wait, Henry.
Thanks.
I'll take care of Jan. Now hold still.
Mistress mine, your lips like red wine. I'll drink your love until I die, my red wine.
I keep hearing the wind howling in my chamber. And all these stories about devils and...
word, Sir Istvan. We're on duty tomorrow. Ah, give up. Just one more sip. Christ almighty. Come on. There'll be trouble.
We're already in trouble. You think he didn't notice? That we're pissed?
So don't make it worse. Come on.
I ain't going nowhere till I've drunk up.
Have it your way then. I'm going to bed. You sleep here if you want.
Aye. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Ink. This must be the scribe's chamber. Nothing here. There aren't any orders here. There aren't any orders here. It doesn't look like there's anything interesting here. That leaves Istvan's chambers. something I wanted to ask you before I end it with you.
You're damn sure of yourself, but go ahead and ask. And
Where on earth do you get the idea that we're the same?
Us we are. War took your home and family. You think you're the... You're not. But as well as taking, the war also gave our lives meaning. Yours, mine, just like...
Whatever meaning war gave to you, it gave me an entirely different one. I want to end it. Not get rich from it.
You trying to make me... You want to stop the war started by King Wenceslas's incompetence. Sigismund is just trying to clean up the mess he made.
By murdering and plundering?
Fight fire with fire. The Czech nobles were given a chance, but instead of taking advantage of it, they started to rebel.
Oh? And why do you think, eh?
Why? Because a weak king was just what they wanted. Everyone did whatever they wanted and exploited the situation for their own, including your father and Hannah. And Sigismund would put an end to that.
Don't try those games.
Games? We're here alone and I'm unarmed. There are only a few soldiers here. There's nothing. We're on opposite sides. I've already lived through your whole life. I'm only trying to advise you.
Oh, yeah?
Look after number one. Side with the strong. Loyalty is all very well, but the noblemen are just out. Who knows if Radzi will think twice about you when the war ends.
I can take care of myself. I think we've spoken enough about us.
Whatever you say.
Where did you find that Eric of yours?
Eric had the same fate as you.
Right. So you're like me, Eric's like me. Who else is like me? Otto von Bergov?
Eric's like us. I found him during a raid in the raid.
Found him? During a raid? So you made him an orphan?
War is a nasty business.
That's what I keep hearing.
Eric's a common villager. Like you. Even more than you, in fact. His father wasn't a noble, but a peasant.
You speak about him like he was your son. Or when I saw you in the courtyard, there was something more to it. You love him.
Do what you like. Take your revenge if you can. Drown me in blood if you want. Leave him be, please.
Are you begging me? We've already got started.
Yes.
Why the hell did you join Zizka?
You didn't understand what I said before.
I never believed it.
Believe it or not, I spoke the truth. I should have put a stop to him and I could have. Cutthroat.
Didn't quite work out for you, though.
Zizka was more cautious and faster than I expected. But you lot weren't too successful either. So just what are we accused?
Tell me one thing. Why? Why Zizka? Why von Bergel?
Still don't get it? We're just pawns on the chessboard. You can't change anything. Nobody will give you anything. You're just there to be exploited, so it's up to you alone to grab whatever you can and join the right side, because the
fucks the bitches.
At least you've learned one thing from me.
That's a stupid tough talk.
If you say so. Because you morons are trying to rescue a king who's a drunkard so that the local noblemen can continue their thieving in a land without a ruler. While Sigismund has the Turks on his borders, but has to deal with your... And you can't imagine what will happen if he fails to stop the Turks. To you two! To all of us!
So you joined the right side?
The stronger one. The victor.
You think Sigismund would?
Come on, lad. Who else? Your band of peasants from Lower Swamp.
You're just the first name in a long list. Mark Far, and I won't forget your beloved.
And then? Or will you kill Sigismund? Who put them on you? And what will you do when you're... Revenge doesn't give life meaning. It's just childish, that said.
Well, you needn't consider yourself a martyr. I'm not like you.
You think you have a chance? You want your father's sword?
I hope the bastard didn't have those keys on him. Better take a look in his chambers upstairs.
And István's keys. No sign of the orders.
Where could they be?
I think we have everything.
You took our things.
I did.
We have the orders.
Great. Do you have the keys?
We have the keys, The orders and our things.
And also a rather nice sword. I suppose you settled things with the Hungarian.
Before you lot start exchanging revenge stories, give me the keys. I have to find the right one.
Here you are. Istvan is dead. I killed him.
And is it a weight off your shoulders? Has anything changed?
To tell the truth, I don't feel any better. I feel sort of empty.
Don't worry. That will pass in time.
There's a hole in your heart where hatred used to be. You have to fill it with something.
Pretty words, Father. But what if he finds he can't fill it? Is it possible to ever get rid of the empty feeling?
Concentrate. On the fight, lad. That never ends.
Have you forgotten? You can fill that hole with faith in our Lord. How did you kill Itsvan? Did you follow my advice or take needless risks?
I acted like a knight. I gave him the chance to defend himself.
So you ignored my advice? Oh, dear lad. What would have happened if you had lost?
A knight can't think like that. To hell with that, but that bastard didn't deserve a fair fight. You should have gutted him in his sleep, like Godwin said.
Well, thank God it didn't end up worse.
If you've all finished chatting, I'd like to remind you where we are. We have...
Is it far? Zizka won't make it too far on foot.
I'll make it.
How should I know? I've never been here before. There's an old poacher's camp in the rocks there, and my people will be waiting. You go first, Henry, and light the way. I'll lock the gate.
Well, let's go then.
In that case, at least we'll have a burial.
No, but maybe a maze or a bit of glowing moss. I'd have imagined a secret tunnel would be more like a Minotaur's labyrinth in Crete than this.
Mino who?
The Minotaur was a monster. A man with the head of a bull who lived in a labyrinth. A maze. It's an ancient classical myth. I read it in the seminary.
I know a lot of bull.
What a view!
I don't have to read any old tales. Right, Zizka?
Catherine!
And how did this mini tower of yours come to have a bull's head? Huh, maybe that would explain how it happens to all those other fellas.
Well, his mother, Queen Pasiphae, had relations with the mythical white bull. By which, I'm not implying the same goes for the captain here.
Very wise.
And what happened to this Mino bullman?
He was killed by the Athenian Prince Theseus, though I have to add he had quite a bit of help from Princess Ariadne. She gave him a magical thread to help him find his way out of the labyrinth.
Monsters and princesses with magical thread? Oh, must have been an interesting seminary, eh?
I used it. By Greek.
You were polishing? Over a story where a mythical queen has relations with a bull?
I can assure you, it's all different.
all... I just want...
Are you Mika?
Depends on who's asking.
I'm Henry. I'm Falcon. The password is Falcon.
All right. Aye.
It all went tits up. We've got a wounded. We need to take the wagon all the way to the passage to load it. Where is...
We left the wagon and the horses just outside. The soldiers are combing the forest. Nobody can get through. Fuck. I thought we could sneak out of here. But if so...
You don't look too good, Nick.
Listen. My brother and the butcher's hand are guarding the wagon. But if we don't show up by daybreak, that means something's gone wrong. And someone has to tell them...
Right. I'll go. Go and find Catherine in the cave. Where exactly is the wagon?
Keep heading south from here until you come across a cliff split in two. Go between the rocks. If you pass by, it's another mile. You should come across them then. We're parked a bit off the road, so as...
Right.
Don't forget to say the password Falcon to them too, so they don't kill you.
All right.
Good luck.
I'm with you. Broken wagon. I'll have to head up the hill here. I should keep going south from here. Show yourself! You bastard!
much further.
We'll reach Suchdol shortly, if those woodcutters by the forest weren't making it up. They look pretty frightened.
Well, are you surprised? The captain here looks like the one-eyed demon of vengeance. I'd take to my heels myself.
Us Cyclopses are good at frightening women and children. I could do without that gift.
Your eye will get better with time. You're lucky you didn't lose it altogether.
That remains to be seen.
Or not seen.
Anyway, it's not my eye that did it. Sigismund is riding roughshod over the country, so the people are cautious. I can't blame them.
If it was only Sigismund. The devil is just as bad.
I thought we'd sorted all this out. He's no saint, not by any means. But he is an ally of the king, and my friend.
Who is?
The dry devil.
Lord Hinek of Kunstadt, Burgrave of Znojmo Castle, a great warrior, and at this moment a guest of the Lord of Suchdol.
He's a drunkard, and a dangerous, violent man.
I'll watch him, don't you worry.
You always say that, and there's always trouble. How do you propose to watch a fella like that? He's mad.
Can you give it a rest? I don't need you insulting him before I get a word in.
Great. So I'm to keep my mouth shut, eh?
Say what you like, just don't go bugging the devil.
Where are you going?
At least for a
Lord
while.
Pisak ain't gonna see ya.
That's all I'm asking.
What happens after we get to Suchdol?
We'll find out soon enough. The main thing we have to hope for is that the local lord will even receive us.
Who is that?
Sir Peter of Pisek, Mint Master to King Wenceslas himself. Very important man.
I bet he can't wait for us to ride into his courtyard.
We don't look too impressive, that's true. But I'm hoping Dry Devil will put in a word for us.
And what's your plan after that? We have to save Sir Hans.
Don't worry, we'll get to that, if it's not too late.
Hopefully it won't be. He's a noble, so we'll ransom him.
I don't know. His uncle has a reputation for being a pinch purse. Do you know him, Henry?
I know him. And I think I know why they say what they do about him.
Oh, but that's all by the by anyway. I intend to wage war, not parley. And if I know Dry Devil, he's of the same...
Well now, Captain Shish.
You have a very fine fortress, my lord.
I'm glad you think so.
Don't?
To be honest, I'd much prefer to go back to Kuttenberg. Life in a fortress isn't ideal for a man with my experience.
And with your fortune.
That gets worryingly smaller every day, Lord Trosky.
Hardly surprising if you're putting up the Margrave here.
No, that's more down to his Hungarian cousin, if you get my meaning.
Perfectly, my lord.
Oh, so hungry I could eat a horse.
Eat whatever takes your fancy, my friends. You look like you've had a...
Ah, the journey wasn't so bad, especially compared to what came before it.
Where are you coming from,
From Trosky.
That's Sir Otto von Burgo's domain. What were you doing?
We were in a castle cellar, talking to...
My God, how did that happen?
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Suchdol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil, and I had a job to do around Trosky.
Absolutely. But...
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a...
And we nearly got von...
And what prevented you from completing that?
We had him in our grasp. We routed his company. And then that swine von Owletz got involved.
I know that name.
Exactly. And they came with him.
But why would the Pragas...
But they didn't, sir.
Here? To my...
Not just here, but everywhere where...
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. It seems Sigismund... So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Orlitz in the lead. It's just a matter of...
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard and drill the troops. But I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here. I'll have the best wine. Bring that red from Burgundy.
You might...
I'll gladly risk his displeasure.
It seems we both have the same
Well, that is, I wouldn't dream of disrespecting the Margrave. Where do you know him from?
I don't really know him as such. We merely know...
Yes, I've heard of you.
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenz and Catherine here, she...
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway, if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here. You two are quite unfriendly too.
Aye, we know each other well. We recently had talks together in Ratai.
Anyway, we're... As I said, where is he?
Well, he was...
Was? So he's no longer here? Thank Christ.
Where did he go?
I couldn't say.
That's quite normal for him.
I had no issue with him. It's...
I can't say I'm surprised.
Let's just say that after an exchange of opinions, I'm sure if you're interested in the details,
I'd be...
Why is Jobst taking such risks? He ought
to do what he's been doing all his life.
One could put it that way. He's seeking allies amongst the undecided lords, and winning over to our side some of the ones who've...
He wants to make deals?
Alas, that's the way it goes in politics. Just between us...
What do you think about all of this?
What kind of question is that?
No, that's not how I'm...
Henry here,
That's all right. But that is the way of the world. History is full of kings who didn't know how to wear. The blood running in their veins is more important than what's in their heads. He's not a capable ruler. In my opinion, kingship is above all...
But what if the sovereign is truly bad?
I'll put it this way. Nobody lives forever, lad.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
What was Dry Devil doing here, anyway?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of... It made me a little...
So?
The Margrave will... I hope until...
Just an offer.
Well, the Marg...
Who's secure?
Good.
Sir, there's... And we also have to...
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Burgau had come here until you told me.
Which is...
Thank you for the warm welcome.
It's the least I could do, lad.
I suppose I ought to get...
I had some chambers prepared for all. Cross that corridor, and... But first, eat your fill. All of you. I told my servant Susanna...
I'm sorry.
Good afternoon.
Lord Pisek said we...
Yes, sir. I prepared the hot water and fragrant oils myself. And I'll wash your clothes as well.
Thank you.
You needn't thank me, sir. And now, if you'll allow me, I'll help you undress.
What? What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes. The Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Zizka?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
Oh, very well.
Before you go, I brought you something. Oh, have I been...
No. Do you need...
No, sir.
So...
You haven't dismissed...
I'm not a nobleman. You don't have to stand...
I do, since you're a... Thank you.
Excuse me? Good to see you, friend.
You see, meine Dame?
Lo, I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here.
That's not how I'd... In the end, as my... What do you say,
I have to admit, the soldiers here look pretty fearsome.
I get the feeling you'd run instead of...
Leave him be, meine Dame. No.
Now look here, I was just being polite. I'd happily take on your men.
Ach ja?
Do you fancy yourself an...
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm. Pull cock, come. The first to bleed.
Suck. I need a bandage, quick.
too.
Excuse me.
I apologize.
You see, meine Dame?
Hello, I'm just...
That's not Indian. What do you say, lad?
Aye.
I get the feel...
Leave.
Now look here.
Do you...
Come, pull car. The first...
Yeah. Ah. 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 Yeah. Ah.
Excellent, Henry.
It was nothing.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword.
You should receive some kind of...
And what rewards would you have in mind?
I was rearranging our saddlebags and I remembered I took a small memento.
Oh.
A hunting crossbow. I even think it's fun, but I was meaning to sell it.
My word. I better go and find Zizka.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was...
Do you want to come with us to see Jobst?
I have a feeling we'll have...
Why?
A woman's...
Where are you going next time?
And this scar.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think?
Me? Considering what we've been through, surprising.
Just wait until...
Don't say that.
Well enough, chap.
That's why I'm here. I wanted to...
She's the...
Are you
on the way.
What about...
No, I'm not. He might.
Should I...
So what? You...
Right, I'll be going.
Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up. I received a report that von Berghoff's banner is flying the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund. So I assume the negotiation with Trosky will go too smoothly. No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid. Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Berghoff and Trosky?
Berghoff had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trosky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course, he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here.
So I've heard. But it's been some time since our meeting in Rattan.
An unexpected get.
Yes, of course, I've heard of Zizka before. But I don't know where...
We met outside Trosky. We crossed swords. I can only thank God.
And who was...
I have no idea.
That's a pity. I would be very keen to know.
Forgive me, my lord, but how is it possible you don't know? Aren't you all on the same side?
Bear in mind that my dear cousin, His Majesty King Wenceslas, and each of them has their own ideas.
I understand.
On the contrary, it's all... If I could get them all together in one banquet hall, give them that... Let's move on. I heard something about a pillory and poaching.
Things went wrong right from the beginning. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a noble. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that...
You can't even imagine it, Your Grace.
I certainly cannot. In any case, are you sure there's not...
Well, you should probably know that Itsvan Toth was working.
Who's he?
One of Sigismund's cronies. He was causing havoc.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person.
They had to. They gave...
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening.
Well, no one let him go this time.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a... And do you want to tell me anything?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad. By the way, tell me.
Well, they asked questions, yes. But I was counting on that. And
how did you prepare?
Well, I mainly told them things I was pretty like that Radzig is a supporter of Wenceslas. Well, I don't think he expected anything more from a simple...
That's true. I must say, Henry, you've pleasantly surprised me. You can keep... Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But as soon as it's possible, you can...
Sir, that's a generous offer, and I appreciate it.
If you wish to stay and help here, I'll be glad, of course. I need someone to escort my envoys, and you've proven yourself more...
It's Lord Capon, Your Grace.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure...
But I made a promise.
I understand, but honestly, Lord, the most sensible course now...
Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hidden, also known as the Dry Devil, isn't here.
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
And what might those be, Margaret? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road.
Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. And you, Henry?
Me? Oh, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Statesman, which gives us time to get on. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, that would be consequences.